What's happening, you guys? Welcome to another video. I was just getting done with my lower body workout, been working on single leg mobility and strength a lot. That's another story. I'll be sharing another video with you guys solely focused on those workouts and things like that. But today, in today's video, I have something really important to talk to you guys about. It's about our goals and dreams and how are we going to accomplish those things in 2021.
I can't miss. Diamonds on the neck and on my wrist. Now they tryna get me out of mix. That's why me and bro, we don't mix. Told a friend, shawty, why you such a snitch?
Yeah, I might do this brand, sell it quick. Shawty brand new, just like the kicks. And they mess a killer of the whip. Pockets fat and my shawty looking thick.
Hey, and my shawty looking thick. Said she might be coming, I said I'ma need some pics. I don't need nobody else, just me, myself, to say I just make clean money, I don't need to hit no legs. Sorry, got my fam, through it all, that's all my life. I can't trust nobody else, if they ain't by my side. Baby, you gon' learn, I'm not like these other guys. We been working early, then we party every night. Oh, I swear shit been getting real. Your jokes, I've been in the city still. I'm home, they said that they finna kill. They won't, oh yeah. I can't miss. Diamonds on my neck and on my wrist. Now they tryna get me out of mix. That's why me and bro, we don't mix. Told a friend, shawty, why you such a snitch?
Yeah, I might do this brand, sell it quick. Shawty brand new, just like the kicks.
Well, 2020 is done now, and we have all been patiently waiting for 2021 to set New Year resolutions, create new goals for ourselves. And honestly, I am pretty big on setting myself some new goals every year to challenge myself in ways so that I can grow every single day, bit by bit, become a better version of myself, do new things, explore some new stuff that I want to learn about, and that just keeps me curious on a regular basis. But what I have come to find out is, more than often, it's easier for us to set goals, but harder to accomplish them. And today in this video, I want to discuss with you guys actions, habits, and behaviors, the real heroes behind the success of every single goal you have accomplished so far in your life. There is usually two big problems with not being able to accomplish our goals. Sometimes we don't even know where to start. And even if we do know where to start, there's a huge gap between where we are and where we want to be. And the only way to bridge that gap is to figure out the set of actions that are required of us to do on a day-to-day basis. Take those mini actions that form a bigger picture and can push you forward towards your goals. And the second problem is that we just don't feel like the person who can accomplish these big goals that we have set for ourselves. You might have goals like building a better body, or finding a better job, or starting a new business, make more money, or whatever your goal might be for 2021. For me, it is to start a new business. I have been a software developer in Chicago, working for e-commerce companies, building features on their websites. And for me, the new goals were to create more content for the YouTube channel for you guys, be better at that, be more consistent at that, start my new business ventures. And all of these are some big goals. Sure, I have accomplished some in the past 3 or 4 or 5 years, ever since I remember setting goals for myself. 2014 was all about becoming fit and becoming healthier. And then it was followed by getting good education, in the US, become a software developer, and then find a job in a big city, work for big e-commerce companies. And now the goal has changed. So we can all agree that goals are a great way to push ourselves to do new things and achieve things that we want in our life, But a lot of times we just shrink in the fear of what if things don't work out the way they will, the way we want to, and we can just not see the steps that we need to take to get to those goals. And sure, 2020 was not the year we wanted, right? We still had goals in 2020 that we did accomplish, or there could be a few goals that we could not accomplish. And again, there was a lot to blame on for all of us. So we might have found excuses like, well, there was a pandemic, there was coronavirus, there was lockdowns all around, and all of those things were just not helping us getting closer to our goals. Gyms were shut down, so we could not build a better body. No one was hiring, and people were like, getting rid of their workforce, so there were no jobs, so we could not find a better job. Or the market was bad. No one is buying anything, so we might not have started a new business in 2020 if that was the situation with you. But what now? We know that the vaccine is here, but we are still in lockdown. At least I am in Toronto. You know, the situations could be different in your country, but I'm pretty sure we are still gripped in the pandemic. And are we just gonna wait for things to get better? I don't think so. What we instead need to do is take the situation as is and start doing the things that we can to push us forward towards our goals, you know? Let's talk about our own behavioral psychology. Now, this is a topic that I've been interested in for years now. I started studying behavioral psychology in 2017, my final semester of my college. That was the time I was most confused about myself, you know. Sure, I was about to get a degree in software engineering, which was already very challenging, you know. I was struggling in my classes and I was trying to, at the same time, figure out the kind of job that I wanted to get. Since the software industry space is such a huge space, I didn't know enough to be able to figure out what I wanted to do next. And all of those things made me question my own personality, about my own self, the kind of life I wanted to live. And those have been the motivations behind me studying behavioral psychology. And the things that I've learned can benefit you guys to understand a few things about your own self, about your own habits and behaviors that you can leverage to actually accomplish your goals in 2021. Talking about our behavioral psychology, on a day-to-day basis, the way we act, the way we behave is a lot driven by the constant stream of thoughts we're always thinking about. We might be doing something else, but we might be thinking about the things that we are not even paying attention to. And these are the thoughts that give rise to emotions, you know? And those emotions influence your brain to release the brain chemistry into your body that influences your feelings. And those feelings dictate your actions, and those actions repeated enough for months and years become habits. And those collection of habits form your behavior, form my behavior. So yeah, simply put, we act based upon how we feel. So let's say you want to go to the gym, or you want to start working out at home and build a better body for yourself. But when it comes to it, you just can't get yourself to work out because you feel a certain way. So the problem here is that on a constant basis, you haven't really developed that habit. You haven't really developed that stream of thought. You have to be thinking about your body, and you have to be taking those actions to actually see through to your goal, which is gonna be working out every single day, you know? Or if you're working on your business, there could be things that you need to do every single day that help you build your business. Research article from National Center for Biotechnology Information suggests a strong motivation anchored in self-identity may instigate repeated action, which may then become a habit. Such habits may function as vehicles of self-control in accomplishing a goal. Habits relieve an individual from having to deliberate and decide on actions, and may thus promote the accomplishment of a goal. So you see, with these feelings and these thoughts and emotions that we feel on a regular basis that is guiding our actions and our habits is a lot to do with our self-identity as well. There's a few things that we identify with, you know. There was a time back in 2011 when I could not identify myself as someone who went to the gym regularly, and I constantly felt uncomfortable when I started to do so after my back surgery. But now that identity has transformed into someone who actually trains every single day almost. I train weight training, I train calisthenics, I train yoga, I run a lot, do a lot of cardio, eat properly, I'm careful with my nutrition. So I have attached my goals of becoming a better person, becoming a better athlete, being more fit and healthy to a sense of identity that I have developed now. And that identity is guiding my behaviors and habits and actions that I take on an everyday basis. And now that I'm starting a new thing, which is focusing a little bit more on my YouTube channel and on my new businesses, which is a little different from what I used to do last year, which was working as a software developer for e-commerce companies. The set of actions and set of habits that I need to do now looks a lot different from what I had to do in 2020 2020 for that matter, when I had a job and when I was mostly focused on that. So these are my new goals: working on my business and building this YouTube channel, communicating with you guys, sharing ideas and all of those things. So a new set of actions, a new set of behaviors is required. But that's not gonna happen unless I attach a new sense of identity to that, which is, yes, I am a YouTuber now, that I have to come up with scripts, write down ideas, thoughts, and make videos and share it out with you guys. So it does take a little bit of work, actually quite a bit of work. I've been working on this video for about 2 or 3 days now, working on the script, my ideas, and how I'm about to communicate it to you guys in the most coherent way possible, so that you can actually relate with what I'm trying to say myself. And also working on my new business. Sure, I was a software developer, I was good at coding and technological aspects on the web and all of those things, e-commerce, but now that I'm starting my own business, working on my own business, there's a lot of other things that I need to do on a regular basis. Building a network with other contractors that I can work with, learning about digital marketing, that's gonna be a huge aspect of my new business, or building a network locally with other people who I am trying to work with in Toronto. So all of these actions and habits that I was not used to back in 2020, now there's a sense of identity attached to this, that now I am that person who is about to run a business, who is about to provide services to people on the web. So I have to start thinking of it that way. So that's the kind of constant stream of thoughts that I'm building on a regular basis now, so that I can actually start to act and behave like that person who can accomplish these goals. So bringing us back to the question of what can we actually do to crush our goals more effectively in 2021 is to create a new sense of identity for yourself. Rather than just creating new goals for yourself, create a new sense of identity, a person who does those things on a regular basis. So let's say if for you it's building a better body, then start to attach a sense of identity with that goal. What does a person who is fit and healthy do on a regular basis? They work out either at the gym or at home. They go out for runs, for walks. They are regularly active. They eat better foods that is going to fuel their body so that they can perform their best. So these are some of the habits of people who are healthy and fit. So what you can do for yourself is re-engineer this sense of identity and find the people either in your community, on Instagram, on YouTube, and see what they're doing on a regular basis. That's what I do. So what I am trying to do right now is learning a lot more about people who are actually YouTubers, who are software developers, or who are running businesses similar to what I'm thinking about. And I'm trying to figure out, what are they doing on a regular basis? What does their day look like? What time do they wake up? What habits and actions are they taking every single day that is helping them to accomplish their goals or come closer to their goals? And this way you can re-engineer and go from identity to the set of behaviors that you need to be doing, and then break that down into habits, and break those habits down into actions that you can do every single day, so that you don't have to wait for things to happen, but instead you're taking those steps, those tiny steps that actually accumulate and build into the path that is going to take to your goals. That is what's gonna make the difference if you start to attach a sense of identity to your goals instead of just creating new goals for yourself. So here's a few things that I would suggest to you, the things that I'm doing on a regular basis to help myself gain clarity on my goals and create a new sense of identity for myself, upon which I can guide my behavior, guide my habits, guide my actions, so that I can keep myself accountable of my goals and actually see through that they're accomplished by the end of this year, I feel like journaling is a great tool to gain clarity on your thoughts and feelings and emotions, because I feel like a lot of people don't even reflect upon the things that they're going through. They're not paying attention to their thoughts, they're not paying attention to their emotions, they're not paying attention to their feelings, and they're kind of running their lives on autopilot. And sometimes we're just so busy in our lives that we don't even pay attention to these things. And journaling could be a great tool for that. So what I usually do is I'm always constantly asking questions of myself. How can I improve my day? How can I work on my business better? What ideas can I talk to you guys about? All of those things come out of my journaling sessions. And on top of that, if I get a thought of something that I could do to improve my business, create a new product or a service, I capture that right away in like either on my Trello board or on my Notion databases. And with journaling, I usually write free form. So there's no boundaries on things that I can think about or write about. Whatever is at the top of my head, I'm gonna put it down. And a lot of times it's concerns, a lot of times it's emotions, a lot of times it's good ideas for YouTube videos, it's ideas for the things that I can do in my workouts. Sometimes I'm thinking about people that I can learn from or I'm curious about. All of those things surface up when I'm actually sitting down to journal and writing about those things. So let's say if you have a goal to lose fat, if you have a goal to like gain muscle, sit down for a few minutes, write about those things. Maybe it could be a workout plan that you're trying to follow. Engage with it. See how you feel about it. Write about the kind of person that you're trying to become, the kind of body that you're trying to like build. Or if you're trying to find a new job, sit down, think about a few things, ask yourself a few questions. What kind of job are you looking for? What kind of people do you want to work with? Are you trying to work in a team of 5 people, a team of 20 people? Or are you trying to lead a team of 20 people for that matter? But you're not going to know answers to these questions if you don't actually sit down to think about these things, reflect upon your own life, and try to like ask yourself, what kind of life are you trying to live? Because at the end of the day, we are all setting goals for ourselves to become better and get things in our life that we want to. That can help us, can make us feel better, that can help us achieve more, live a better life, make more money, be with better people, be more happy. Isn't that why we are setting goals? So again, gain clarity, build a better connection with your goals, and create a better sense of identity. Feeling comfortable with feeling uncomfortable. When we set our new goals, there's a sense of fear attached to it. Sometimes we think that we cannot accomplish it, right? Sometimes we think we are not the person yet to be able to do this. Sometimes we think we need to learn more, we procrastinate, and we make excuses. It's mostly because we are uncomfortable becoming that new person, going to the gym because we have not done so for the past few years, or we have never been to the gym in the first place. Some of you guys could be in that position. I was a few years back, 7 or 8 years back. Gym was not a place for me. I would rather be at a fast food restaurant eating something, like at McDonald's or Domino's or things like that. So it was uncomfortable for me to go to the gym and train. It was uncomfortable for me to eat the good food that is nutritious and is good for me, and ditch all those like bad foods that was not doing anything for me but making me unhealthy in the longer run. Or now that I'm like doing YouTube, facing the camera I'm not gonna lie, it's hard. It makes me uncomfortable sometimes, but that's what I'm getting used to. Trying to feeling comfortable with the uncomfortable so that I can practice it long enough to the point when it becomes and attaches to like my sense of identity. I can identify with being on the camera, talking to you guys, and practice these set of actions and habits every day, which is again, turning on the camera, writing down the script, researching, thinking about ideas to talk to you guys about, or starting a new business, talking to clients. It's not an easy thing. Coming up with product ideas, it's not an easy thing. At my job, it was easy to like just do whatever I was told, build the software that I was told to build. And if I could like deliver upon that, it was great. I was getting a steady income every 2 weeks. So I had no stress with money, no stress with like how am I going to like pay my rent. But now I have to feel uncomfortable, like I'm feeling uncomfortable about those things. But then I'm also at the same time learning to be comfortable with those things so that I can like take the necessary actions to make things happen and to manage myself, manage my thoughts, manage my emotions, and manage my feelings, to be in those states of mind and body that actually help me do those things which are uncomfortable for me. And I know just like going to the gym has become so usual for me, and I'm so comfortable with like just doing like handstand push-ups or muscle ups or like lifting heavy weights. It has only happened now because I've practiced those habits for a long time now, that it has become a part of my identity. I don't even have to think twice about doing that. I'm never tired when I'm doing that. I'm always feeling energized. And the same way, I know there's gonna be a day when I'm like gonna be very used to talking to the camera, creating better content for you guys, going to be amazing at my business, finding more clients, helping them, creating better products, creating better services for you guys. But until that happens, until that stage of comfort happens, I have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. It's okay to be fearful of your goals, but it's better to embrace your discomfort. It's better to embrace your fear and still take actions on those and get comfortable with those actions. And now that you're habitual of these things, of these behaviors, you can start to feel good about yourself, which only motivates you to take further action. I honestly want us all to succeed, man. Like, there's a lot of things that I want to do in my life. I know there's a lot of things that you guys want to accomplish in your life. And just like I am scared a lot of times of the things that I want to do, you guys might be too. But I want to let you know that it's okay to be scared of those things. But it's better to be scared and still take that action, by having that courage rather than not doing anything at all. You might not know what to do next, but at least think about it, be aware of that fact, and try to figure it out with the tips and tools that I've shared with you guys. And make sure that in 2021, you have no reason to make excuses. At least that's what I want for myself. And it would be amazing if you guys could do that for yourself too. And just as much as I like winning myself, I really want to see you guys win. So comment down in the section below and let me know of your goals. I really want to know, what are the things that you are struggling with? What are the things that you're trying to accomplish in 2021? How are you going to create a new sense of identity for yourself to figure out the set of actions and habits that is required of you to accomplish your goals? So let me know in the comment section down below, and like this video if you found it useful in any way. I'm going to be doing my best to provide more value to you guys as much as I can. So consider subscribing to the channel. And until next time guys, keep exploring, keep crushing your goals, keep moving towards them. Stay curious as to how you can do better. What can you do next that can help you accomplish your goal and actually make that happen in 2021. Alright, you guys have a good one now. I'll catch you guys in the next video.